hello folks, welcome to episode 1 of our 14th season at RFC Liege. I'm the Custard Prophet. Now, we went into this pre-season with a little bit of confidence, I felt, but something horrific has happened, and what I'm going to get you to do, see how close to the horrificness you can actually guess. So I want in the comments you to pause the video now or after I've finished speaking here and just write down what horrific thing, probably in my mind one of the worst things that could possibly have happened to this team, has happened. In the comments down below, what do you think that is? Right then, so yeah, maybe you'll get this, maybe you'll not. We haven't been sacked, so I mean that would be pretty horrific for some, and maybe not everyone would feel like that. But so we haven't been sacked. We do still have a job here. We haven't actually started the season that badly. As you can see, we're sitting in 13th. We've got 4 points in the first 4 games. Not bad at all. It's not that we have issues with money. We have 1.5 million in the bank because our very friendly United Arab Emirates owners just chucked about 4.5 million in the bank. No. What has happened is this. I'll let you look for it. Yeah. I was all ready to go with a new pronunciation, which I've now instantly forgotten that old lady plays. I think she suggested it probably was Pitsega. Yeah, Mitja Pitsega has left for £1 million, and that seems a very small amount of money considering the player that he was. And unfortunately, what happened is that we had a clause in his contract with a £1 million release clause. Now, unfortunately, that is as good as I could do with the contract. So he wouldn't accept anything higher than that or nothing at all. So, so I did try at the end of the season to remove it from his contract, but to no avail. He wanted, he was happy to sign a new contract, but he wanted £13,000 a week, and we can't afford that. We were already stretching it for the wages he was on. So he has gone. That is, all of our goals have gone up in smoke. And he's gone to bloody Q8. He's not gone for proper football. He's gone for the payday, hasn't he? What's he earning, the traitor? 33,000. I couldn't get anywhere near that. Look at this wonderful player. Oh, well, if only we had him for another season. I thought the signings we'd done, I was getting a little bit excited. I thought, we got some players here that could do some good things, but no, off he goes. So let's have a little look through the rest of the transfer business and that depressing stat. So who has gone? Well, released players. Ten Hag is probably the player that you know. He played a little bit last season. He has left. He hasn't found another club. Yeah, it's the right move, I think. He just didn't really develop. Other players out, and some of these slightly sad. Rondeal, the left back, who played quite a lot last season, he's gone. Arthur Ponte, he's gone as well. He wanted to leave. He wasn't getting enough game time, and I couldn't have him, Jans, and the Greek lad all vying for one place. So one of them had to go, and someone came in for Ponte, and Ponte was looking to leave, so it made sense. Theory, he has gone out on loan. I'm hoping that is going to aid his development. He wasn't getting as many games as I wanted last season. We've also got rid of one of our young left backs, and you think, well, why are you doing that? Well, we've got so many of these good young left backs. He's probably the worst of the bunch. Pretty fast. He's probably the faster of the ones we have, but we've got a couple of youngsters who are coming through and I think will be great. You've seen Pitega, and Mize, the right back, has gone to Dessel on loan again, just trying to build him up and get him some game time. I think that will be really, really helpful for him. So he's playing in the division below, so I think that's kind of a good thing for him. So players in. This is one that I had sorted at the end of last season, Michael Carey, who I think looks a reasonable player. He gives us a good option in the centre of midfield. He started okay, 6.73. Certainly for this team, it's not bad. But what he does bring is some reasonable passing, reasonable tackling, so he can play probably both of those roles or back up both of those roles in the central midfield. But he's also got really good decision making, really good anticipation, and great teamwork. Physically, he could be a little bit better. He's not that fast, he's not that agile, but and he's got a fickle personality. But I'm fairly happy with this pickup. I think he's going to be better than the bloke we bought in last season, who's just disappeared out the woodwork. The other player that we bought in, so this is the one I was fairly excited about. He's Francois Gerard, who is going to give us. He's going to give us a cover on the left side. He's going to give us cover just behind the striker. I don't envision him playing up top, but he could do potentially. He's trending down, and there's reason for that. Unfortunately, he has just had an injury, so he's going to be out for 2 months, which is great. But yeah, so that was a little frustrating. I think he looks a good pickup. I think he's on loan from Antwerp. He played a lot for Kortrijk a few seasons ago, so he's played at this level. So I think he is going to be a reasonable player. Got some game time for Antwerp. Obviously, he hasn't started particularly well for us, but I think we'll be able to get the best out of him. And then obviously we've had to make a quick signing to try and replace Pitzega, and we bought in Ludovic Brun. The pickings were a little bit slim. This guy's nowhere near as good. He's a 3.5 star potential player. Looks a lot like some of the other players that we've got. I know there are issues here. Decision making could be higher, but the majority of the attributes that you want to be in double figures are. So, again, not started particularly well. He hasn't actually had that many much game time. So I think hopefully we'll get a few goals out of him, but he's going to have to share the lead in the line along with Van Herk. Van Herk has already he's played a few games. He's got an assist to his name, but still that goal is elusive. So we're going to be playing Waasland-Beveren today, but before we do that, let's just have a little look at the results. You can see the first game of the season was a shock result. Saidi, for some reason, started out playing at centre-back. I don't quite understand how that happened, but it did. And he scored a goal. He scored a goal in place of Cisse playing there. So that was pretty good. From the corner, he got into the right position and headed it in, which I was very, very pleased about. And then we held them out. So Matthias Gofan did brilliantly there, holding them out. But then he got injured, and we had to play Victor Fernandez in the next game. As you can see, Van Dam got injured in that game. He's been out for a couple of games as well, I think. But you can see Van Dam got the goal early on. I thought we were going to get 2 wins against 2 of the better sides, and no, we didn't hold on. But 4 points out of that start, pretty pleased with that. And then we had a game against Eupen, who were the easiest team we've played. They scored 2 goals within 30 minutes, which was surprising. Fernandez could have probably done a bit better, but some reasonable things going on. Masec managed to score for us. And then we've just played Ghent, who are not doing that well this season, and we had better XG than them in this game, but weren't able to score the goal. So today we'll be playing Waasland-Beveren. I'm going to set up the squad and then we will go out. Okay, so here's the team that we're going to be going with. We are going to start with Van Herk. He's going to lead the line for this game. Masec, Van Dam and Nanar, the back to that front three. We know and love those players, but we need a little bit more from them. Jacques and Saidi in the centre of the park, but we've now got players who can come in there and cover those quite nicely. And then across the back, Picard is still playing at left back. We've got a very good another very, very good left back I've lost him. He must be back in the reserves. I'm not entirely sure why he's back in the reserves. I'll have to figure that one out. But we do have another good left back who can come in and play there. So that's good. Cisse Jans and Mayenga on the right side, and then we're going to go with Fernandez in goal and see how he does. He's had a reasonable start, but no, we won't. We'll put Gofan in. He had a great start. He hasn't conceded a goal this season, so a couple of changes from the one I was going to put out. I did have Brun up top, but I think we'll bring him on later on, so maybe he's going to be a super sub. You know, the old Ole Gunnar Solskjaer effect at Man United. Fingers crossed. I mean, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Right, let's get into the game. Well, they are going with 3 up top, so that's going to be a bit of a test for our front, our back 4. We're going to just shout and encourage early on, and we're going to start, I think, on a cautious approach, and we'll see how we do here. I'll probably bump that up, but early chance for somebody. Mayenga running down the right side. Don't lose it, mate. Worries me slightly that they've got so many players up there. God, that was just wide. That is a real issue. They got 3. I think we just need to be a little bit more defensive, a little bit more solid at the back, because that is going to be a problem, I think. So when we get... I don't want us to... I think it would just be a bit more disciplined. This is probably a mistake and probably going to mean that we are going to be pushing forward. I'm going to take the counter off. I know this is probably an error, but I just don't want to get done on the break. I really don't want to get done on the break, and I think they could do that to us. So let's just try and beat them playing football. Pikega. Saidi. It's back to Pikega. Into Jacques Watt. This is nicely done. Saidi. Van Dam. And no overlap there. Saidi. One of the other things we've done this season is to try and make use... Oh, what a mistake. And it's rare that happens, but Nana's got himself a goal. We've told the groundsman to make the pitch wider, so maybe we will get a little bit more in terms of the width that we try and play with. And that might be a mistake because we might get done over by other teams, but we're not seeing it at the minute. I just thought it might give us a little bit more of an attacking mentality. Great goal from Nana. There's interest in him, which is a bit of a worry because Coleman is not ready to step in on that right side. So, good start. We've taken the lead, but can we score more than 1 goal in the game? We're yet to do that. Jacques Watt. Try a beautiful ball in. Oh, and Masic went to the near post. He should have gone for the far post, and he probably would have scored. Really, really good start from us. Hopefully the changes I make, let me know in the comments whether you felt those changes will stop Beveren being able to break on us, because I feel that's what they're trying to do. And that's where they're going to be most dangerous, having 3 players up there. And I guess we could play on the counter, which might be one way of doing it. But I don't think we need to at the minute. We'll just play some football. Team, we'll praise the team. Yeah, they're happy with that. Just going into the dressing room, pretty happy. I think we certainly deserve the lead. Pleased with how things are going. They're inspired and motivated. Just do the same in the second half, please. That's all I'm after. And we'll hopefully come out, with 7 points would be awesome if we can get that at the end of this season. But it looks like they're coming at us a little bit more. Abu Jans is throwing himself everywhere. Nana, chance here. Is he going to find his man? He doesn't. Jacques Watt, you can have a shot, mate. Oh, just wide. So Nana is the only player really to do much. Van Herk not done much. Let's bring Brun on. Let's see, maybe we get a little bit more out of him. He can also play, I think, as an attacking midfielder as well. So that's going to be helpful. Right, I'm going to shout and encourage here. I wonder whether there's an option to take Van Dam off. I don't think there is. I mean, there's Valette, but is he really going to be helpful? Why not? Let's try it. Got to try these youngsters, haven't you? I think Van Dam, a tired Van Dam, is probably not as good and not playing well either. So maybe Valette can provide us with a little bit more up there. Nana, he's going to chip the ball in. Cisse's running back. It's Mayenga, chips it forward. We've got that. Oh, just held on to it. What's Nana going to do? He plays it. That looks a dodgy ball. Masec. It was going to go one way or the other, but it went for us, that one. There was a mistake from Beveren. And we're just going to, at this point, it is a very defensive style of football, I know. We're just going to time waste a little bit. Nana. Ball in. Oh, Cisse. Unlucky, mate. That was what we like to see. That would have been good. We still haven't scored more than one goal in the game, which is frustrating. But currently, we haven't conceded in this game. So that's pretty good. So we're going to bring Michael Carey on in the centre for Jacquot. And there we go, a 1-0 victory against Waasland-Beveren. That is a very good result. It was barely even, I think. We had all the possession, but I think we limited their chances. We stopped them countering on us quite nicely. And good performance at the back there. Very good performance from the back four and goalkeeper, as well as the wingers as well, playing well. Masec could have got himself another goal. I feel we might have possibly picked up a second. Cisse hit the post with a cracking header. So all in all, good performance. 3 points on the table. Well done. And hopefully that's going to do good things for the dynamics, because that has been an issue fairly recently. So we'll just have a little look where we are at the minute. You can see we're sitting in 10th, 7 points. Standard only got 1 point this season so far. What a start. Why? What's going on here? Ooh. Well, they're in Europe, and that doesn't help. They've played Anderlecht, they've played Union, and they've played Oostende. So no one particularly tough. And Club Brugge. They played a couple that they should have got points out of. Well, they've got a lot of games to play, so maybe that's a problem. And we're going to play them. Ooh. If they're really struggling at that point, that might be a fun game to come back for. Imagine. We still haven't beaten them, have we? Still haven't beaten them. Maybe this time could be the time. Ooh, I'm excited about that. Right then, let's have a little look where we are. We have that game against Standard. I think that's where we come back for. I think that makes perfect sense. We'll be playing in the Cup against Charleroi, who are... that's a tough draw, isn't it? Whoa. I was going to say, they're normally in the top division. But yeah, we have to play another team in the top division away from home. No one else has to do that, apart from Antwerp. And yes, okay, there are a few. No, it's just Antwerp. Right, okay. That is a tough draw. But hopefully the owners will understand if we don't get through that. But we have got some tough games to come. We've got Club Brugge and then Anderlecht. But then we've got Union, Oostende, and then the game against Standard, which I am fairly excited about. It gets a little bit easier here, some very winnable games in that period. So hopefully we can carry on picking up points and as we go through the season. But good start, I think. We just need to score a few more goals. Let me know what you think of the signings, the transfer business, the departures, all those things. If you are enjoying this series, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.